Alzheimer's disease is far more than simple forgetfulness. It's not just misplacing keys or forgetting a name. It's a slow, relentless unraveling of a person's identity, a gradual fading of the self. It's a heartbreaking process that affects not only the individual but also their entire family. It starts subtly, with small lapses, a forgotten appointment, a repeated question, but soon becomes a journey into a thickening fog, a disorienting maze where familiar landmarks disappear. Erasing memories, those precious moments that define who we are, personality and connection. The very essence of a person slowly fades away, leaving behind a shell of who they once were. Families grieve for loved ones who are physically present, yet increasingly distant, but slipping away, lost in the labyrinth of their own minds. Facing emotional and financial burdens that are staggering, the weight of caregiving often falls on already strained shoulders. The disease affects millions worldwide, a silent epidemic sweeping across the globe. And as populations age, that number is only growing, placing an increasing strain on healthcare systems and families alike. For decades, treatments have only managed symptoms, offering temporary relief but never addressing the root cause. Never halting the disease's relentless progression, the slow but steady decline continues, robbing individuals of their cognitive abilities. The challenge lies in its complexity, the intricate web of factors that contribute to its development. Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative disease, a cruel affliction that attacks the very foundation of our being, killing the very brain cells that make us who we are, the cells responsible for memory, thought, and personality. As neurons die, the brain's intricate network fails. The complex communication system that allows us to function begins to break down. Communication breaks down, signals get lost, and the ability to process information diminishes. And the vibrant metropolis of the mind falls silent. The once bustling city of thoughts and memories becomes a ghost town. Every day, families watch loved ones, their mothers, fathers, and grandparents, navigate a world that becomes more confusing and frightening, a world where familiar faces become strangers. They search for hope, clinging to the possibility of a breakthrough, a discovery that could change the narrative, offering a chance to rewrite the ending of this tragic story. The fight against Alzheimer's is a global effort, a collaborative endeavor involving researchers and scientists from around the world, driven by urgent need and persistent hope, fueled by the unwavering belief that a cure is possible. Now, from an unexpected corner of medicine, a glimmer of light appears on the horizon. A surprising new possibility has emerged, offering a potential new avenue for treatment and prevention. Could a breakthrough finally be within reach? Is this the turning point we've all been waiting for? The search for answers continues. The quest for a cure remains ongoing, fueled by resilience and the refusal to accept the status quo, driven by the determination to find a solution. And in this landscape, a new chapter is about to begin, a chapter filled with hope and the promise of a brighter future. To fight Alzheimer's, we must first understand its core enemies. It's a complex battle, and knowing your opponent is half the victory. These enemies are amyloid plaques and tau tangles. They are the hallmark lesions of this devastating disease. Imagine the brain as a city, a vibrant metropolis of interconnected activity. In this analogy, plaques are like toxic garbage piles accumulating outside neurons, disrupting the normal flow of traffic. These plaques are not just unsightly, they're actively disrupting communication between brain cells and sparking inflammation, creating chaos in the system. Tau tangles, meanwhile, are like collapsed railroad tracks inside neurons, crippling the internal infrastructure. These tangles essentially destroy the cell's internal transport system, preventing vital nutrients and information from reaching their destinations. The combined effect of plaques and tangles is catastrophic, leading to widespread neuronal dysfunction and death. As these destructive processes unfold, memory fades, like a photograph bleached by the sun. Brain regions shrink, losing their mass and functionality over time. And the intricate network that defines us, our thoughts, memories, and personalities, unravels, leaving behind a devastating void. Early symptoms often involve forgetting recent events, those everyday moments that make up the tapestry of our lives. But as more neurons die, the symptoms become increasingly severe and debilitating. Language, reasoning, and social behavior are all affected, robbing individuals of their ability to communicate, understand, and connect with the world around them. For years, scientists targeted plaques and tangles, focusing their efforts on these visible signs of the disease. They were hoping to stop the disease in its tracks by clearing them away, like cleaning up the garbage and repairing the railroad tracks in our city analogy. Billions have been spent on research and development, but even the most promising drugs, designed to target plaques and tangles, have shown only modest and often debated results. This has led researchers to question if plaques and tangles are truly the whole story, or if there are other factors at play. Maybe the brain needs more than just cleanup. Perhaps it requires a more comprehensive approach. Maybe it needs help to heal itself, to regenerate and rebuild its damaged infrastructure. The focus is shifting, evolving to encompass a broader understanding of the disease. What if the real breakthrough lies in empowering the brain's own defenses, in harnessing its natural ability to protect and repair itself? The search for new strategies is on, with researchers exploring innovative approaches to combat this devastating disease. Could there be a missing piece to the puzzle, a crucial element that has been overlooked until now? The answer may come from an unexpected direction, from a field of study that was previously considered unrelated. The next chapter in Alzheimer's research is about to unfold, promising new insights and potential breakthroughs. Sometimes the best solutions come from thinking differently, from challenging conventional wisdom and exploring uncharted territory. And that's exactly what's happening now, a paradigm shift in the way we approach Alzheimer's research. In a surprising twist, hope for Alzheimer's has emerged from cancer research. Scientists at UCSF discovered that two cancer drugs, letrozole and irinotecan, might do what previous treatments could not: reverse brain damage. These drugs, designed to fight cancer, seem to bolster the brain's own repair mechanisms. Instead of just clearing toxic proteins, they help the brain recover from the damage. This represents a paradigm shift, treating not just the symptoms, but the underlying response of the brain. If proven effective in humans, this could restore lost cognitive function a leap forward, not just a step. The journey from lab to clinic is long, but this unexpected connection offers new hope. Sometimes the answers we need are hiding in plain sight. The initial breakthrough, the spark that ignited this promising avenue of research, didn't occur within the confines of a traditional laboratory, with its beakers and microscopes. Instead, it emerged from the vast expanse of massive genetic databases, repositories of information holding the secrets of our very being. These digital archives became the new hunting ground. At the University of California, San Francisco, a dedicated team of researchers, spearheaded by the insightful Dr. Leonard Mucka, embarked on a data-driven quest. Their mission was to meticulously compare gene activity patterns in healthy brains with those afflicted by Alzheimer's disease, seeking to understand the fundamental differences at a molecular level. They were essentially searching for a unique genetic signature, a telltale marker that could distinguish between the two states and provide clues to the disease's origins. And after sifting through mountains of data, they found it: a complex network of dysregulated genes, a web of interconnected genetic elements behaving abnormally in Alzheimer's patients. Within this network, they identified APOE4 as the major culprit, a gene variant. This gene variant was found to be significantly associated with Alzheimer's, raising an individual's risk of developing the disease by up to 12-fold. Further investigation revealed that APOE4 triggered a cascade of harmful gene activity, setting off a chain reaction within the brain's cells. This ultimately pushed the brain down a destructive path, accelerating the progression of Alzheimer's. Armed with this newly discovered genetic fingerprint, this unique identifier of Alzheimer's-related gene activity, the research team strategically turned to the FDA's comprehensive database of approved drugs. Their central question: could any existing drug, already deemed safe for human use, potentially reverse the detrimental Alzheimer's gene signature they had identified? Leveraging the power of sophisticated computer models, they embarked on a virtual screening process, meticulously evaluating over 1,300 different compounds. Their goal was to identify a perfect match, a drug capable of counteracting the harmful effects of APO4. And the top hits from this digital search: letrozole and irinotecan, both cancer drugs that showed promise in normalizing the aberrant gene activity disrupted by APOE4. It was a thrilling digital discovery, a testament to the power of data-driven research. But computer simulations, while valuable, are not enough to prove efficacy. The crucial next step was to test these drugs in living systems to see if they could replicate the promising results observed in the virtual world. The digital detective work, the initial phase of investigation, was now complete. Now, biology would take center stage, as the researchers moved from the realm of data to the realm of living cells and organisms. Could these drugs truly work their magic in the complex environment of the brain, reversing the damage caused by Alzheimer's? The stage was set for a bold experiment, a crucial test to validate the initial findings. Sometimes, the right key to unlock a cure is already on the ring of existing medications. You just have to find it through innovative research and rigorous testing. And now, the search for that key moved from the abstract world of data to the tangible reality of life itself. How could cancer drugs help the brain? The answer lies in the brain's support cells, astrocytes. In Alzheimer's, APOE4 turns these helpful cells into harmful ones, fueling inflammation and damage. Letrozole and irinotecan, through different pathways, calm these overactive astrocytes and restore their protective role. Letrozole reduces an enzyme called aromatase, cooling the inflammatory response. Irinotecan blocks another enzyme, topoisomerase 1, restoring cellular balance. Instead of targeting plaques, these drugs address the brain's dysfunctional response. Alzheimer's may be a two-part problem, the initial trigger, and the brain's damaging overreaction. By calming this overreaction, the drugs let the brain's natural healing take over. This approach opens a new avenue for treatment, one focused on resilience, not just repair. Sometimes the best way to fight back is to restore balance. The real test came in the lab, using mice engineered with the human APOE4 gene. Treated with letrozole or irinotecan, these mice showed a stunning reversal of Alzheimer's-like symptoms. Their memory and learning abilities returned to near normal. Under the microscope, the drugs had tamed rogue astrocytes and repaired damaged neurons. Dendritic spines, essential for brain cell communication, reappeared. The brain's network, once ravaged, began to rebuild. This wasn't just slowing decline, it was actual recovery. Proof of concept. The drugs worked in living brains. While mice aren't humans, this success justifies moving forward. A theoretical idea had become a credible hope. The beauty of this discovery, these drugs are already FDA approved. Drug repurposing offers a shortcut, saving years and millions in development. Letrozole and irinotecan have known safety profiles, allowing researchers to skip early trial phases. This is crucial in Alzheimer's, where time is precious and most new drugs have failed. Repurposing means a faster, less risky path to patients. For families, it's the difference between hope and despair. This isn't just a scientific breakthrough, it's a logistical one. Sometimes the smartest move is to use what we already have. But hope must be balanced with caution. Letrozole and irinotecan are powerful drugs with serious side effects, acceptable in cancer but risky for long-term use in Alzheimer's. Mouse studies used lower doses, but human trials must find the right balance between benefit and harm. The human brain is far more complex than a mouse's, and only clinical trials can reveal if this approach truly works. Rushing to use these drugs off-label would be dangerous. The scientific process must run its course with careful patient testing. The UCSF discovery is a vital first step, but the journey is just beginning. Real hope requires rigorous science and the courage of those who volunteer for trials. We stand at a turning point in Alzheimer's research. The discovery that cancer drugs might reverse damage is a symbol of creative thinking and scientific persistence. It shifts the focus from just clearing toxic proteins to empowering the brain's own resilience. This opens new targets for future therapies, restoring what's lost, not just slowing decline. The future may hold early screening, preventative therapies, and a new generation of treatments. Every breakthrough brings us closer to a day when Alzheimer's is manageable, not a life sentence. For millions living in its shadow, this research is a reason for hope. The fight is a marathon, but discoveries like this are the water stations that keep us going. Science is working tirelessly to reconnect us with loved ones and restore the gift of memory. The journey is long, but the destination is within sight. With resilience and